G'day everyone and welcome to Paranormal and Cryptid Adventures. Today I'm in the boot. Not really. I'm just sitting in the boot now because I've parked my car and I'm ready to go off trail to a brand new Yowie site that I've never been to before. It's a lot closer to where I believe many of the calls have come from. As a matter of fact, I'm only walking distance away from the creek, mosquitoes, that I believe the calls are coming from. So this area should be a beauty, but I've got to get out of the boot and into the bush, so let's hit that intro button. Alright, so this is the spot for this trip. I'm going to be clearing this area out and setting up camp right here. The creek is to my left and down that way. So I'm surrounded on half sides by the creek. I believe the Yowie calls have come from. Now again, that's if they're Yowie calls. My other campsite is a good couple of kilometers up in that direction. And every time I've had the camera pointed down in this general direction, I've been able to pick up those calls a lot clearer. So that's why I've come down here today. Now we've had a lot of rain lately. And that's two things have happened. Number one, it's mushroom season's out. There's mushrooms everywhere. But it also means that the bloody mozzies are out. And out in force. So I'm going to have to be burning a fire from the get-go today. Just to get some of that smoke going, just to clear them out and, you know, make them not want to be here. You ready? Watch this. 3, 2, 1. That was a lot quicker. I'm going to try that kick thing next time. Leg rake 3000 works a treat. Look how quick that was. It was like bang and it was done. No camera tricks. No camera tricks. Is there any countries in the world that don't have mosquitoes? If you live in a country where you can go camping when it's wet and you don't get bitten by mosquitoes or sucked alive by leeches, put it in the comments. I really want to know. Because where I live, that is certainly not the case. I think this is going to be like the mosquito video. Piss, get lost. Piss, get lost. Now, you thought leg rake 3000 was a bit of a magic trick. Wait till you see tent 4000. Just watch this. You're going to freak out. Anyway, I bought this online. Magic tents are us. Who would have thought such a shop existed? Yes, I'm happy with this placement. Now the instruction said once happy with placement, clap twice. Ooh, okay, it's all right. Clap twice and see what happens. So, hey, it worked. Anyway, I only did half the job. Maybe I'll just clap again. What do you want me to tell you, man? This shit is awesome. Dun 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 dun. I think I'm going to bring Magic Tent with me to every camping trip from now on. I have no idea if my hat was consistent throughout that whole bit or not. Can't underestimate good boots. Just getting rocks for the fire. The value of. I should have said you cannot underestimate the value of good boots. Still collecting rocks for the fire. Alright, so let's get to the yowies, alright. This video is going to be the first of many titled videos on my channel like this. My channel is not going to be all research. We're absolutely going to have camping style videos with a complete Yowie twist. So on Bushcraft and Camping Adventures, you have just generic camping. On Paranormal and Cryptid Adventures, you're going to have Yowie camping, and this is one of those videos. So we're going to be setting out some cameras, putting out some sound recorders. We're going to be doing a few certain things to try and encourage some activity. Now, one of those certain things, I really want to lean heavily on the Indigenous angle here. For those of you who didn't see my Yowie communication video, go watch that. Probably pause this and open that one up in another window, watch that, and then come back to this, because that explains that I've decided to go with a very Indigenous Australia kind of angle, just to repeat basically what I'm doing. I want to have a mixture of technology, common sense, Indigenous beliefs and cultures and things like that, and also to have a very spiritual perspective on this whole Yowie thing. That's kind of going to be the crossroads, the 4 pillars of my channel. So in accordance with that, tonight I'm going to be trialing something that, again, I haven't seen anyone do. Someone may have. I haven't watched every Yowie video on the internet, or Bigfoot or Sasquatch video. Someone may have tried it, and in which case pointed out to me. But I want to play on music, and I don't just want to play on, oh, I love my heavy metal. Uncle Peter got in touch with me, and he has given me a legit, authentic Indigenous Australian clapsticks. He sent them to me, he offered them to me, and I am not going to turn that offer up. So he sent me some clapsticks, and I intend to use them for research purposes tonight while the fire's going and the sun is down. I'm going to be putting on some Indigenous Australian music, and I'm going to be clapping along to it with the clapsticks. Now, my thought is that maybe if there is an Indigenous connection here, which it really does seem that there is an Indigenous connection with the Yowies, then that may draw their curiosity. They may want to see, I know this, why am I hearing this here? And they may come in to suss it out. I know it's a little weird, it's a little bit of a strange technique, but hey, on this channel, sometimes it's gonna get weird. I said it. Sometimes it's gonna get weird. And this is one of those weird experiments. Now, it's probably not gonna make for great viewing, but I'll be filming the whole thing, and I'll have the audio recorder running, and we'll see what eventuates. So that's one of the things I'm trying, along with laying out a couple of trail cams along this creek bed. Every camping trip, I'll be trying either a repeat of a successful or a potentially successful experiment, or experimenting new ones. So don't expect 68 experiments in one episode. That ain't how it's gonna be. So today will be Indigenous music, and let's just see if that has any effect. Of course, I'm aware the drawback of playing music is that you can't hear those subtle sounds, so the Yowie could be walking around checking me out and I won't be able to hear it, because I'll be clapping away to the good old Indig music. But that's okay. At the end of the day, this is a sprint. At the end of the day, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I fully accept that it could be a long time before I get any interaction. I fully accept that. I believe my techniques will greatly expedite things, but it might happen tonight, it might not happen till next year. But that's okay. If we are to believe what we're told about Yowies, they take some time to build their trust. I've been coming to this area for 2 years, which is good. It's not the longest time in the world, but it's a start. So, I am getting absolutely decimated by mosquitoes. Like, it's bad. So I'm going to go and start setting this fire up. Now, the beauty of this not being a Bushcraft and Camping Adventures video is I can do stuff and not film it. So guess what? I'm going to go build the fire pit, and you're going to see the end result. Maybe it'll be old Magic Fingers 3000 and the fire pit will just appear. I don't know if I'm bothered doing that with editing again, but we'll find out. Stop being so impatient and wait your turn. So through more movie magic, I've collected some wood. Probably going to need a lot more if I'm going to be burning this fire pretty much from now onwards because of mosquitoes. And I've made a fire. Now you'll see the lovely base there is made with exceptionally crumbly sandstone. It's crumbling in my hand. So that's cool. I've got it behind my ear. So that will form a nice base which will get nice and warm, hold some heat. Lovely jubbly. Spot the difference. You worked it out yet? It's a bit big. How can I show off my guns? You know, my guns are hidden. Anyway, stop being an idiot. So you may notice I've changed shirts. Now this is for a very important reason. Now I mentioned to you before that good old Uncle Peter, thank you very much my friend for everything you do again, who sent me the clapping sticks. Fire's going. I love being able to have a fire without worrying about restrictions and it's good to have a fire again. Anyway, he also sent me this shirt. And I want you guys to pay real close attention to this because this has got nothing to do with Yowies, it's got to do with real life. So you can recall the Australian bushfires that swept through the east coast over this summer. The country is recovering from them now as we speak, and everything's back to normal, as evidenced by the fact that I have a fire going. And we've had some excellent rains, we've had some excessive rains, and as far as nature goes, it seems to be back on the balance again. Unfortunately, many animals' lives were tragically lost during these fires. The estimations are over 1 billion Australian animals dead from the fires. 1 billion. You don't need to be Einstein to know that that's an absolute catastrophe. Now, if you're not aware of it, I'm surprised, but the Australian koala population has also taken a hit. Now, if you follow the news in Australia, you would have known about Lewis the koala. There was footage of a lady, I'll splice it in over my conversation now, who rescued a koala, took her shirt off, carried a koala out of the fire. It's absolutely heartbreaking. The lady is a legend. And they named this koala Lewis. Now, despite the lady's best efforts, Lewis, like many other Australian koalas, perished in those fires. And he kind of became the symbol for the loss of the billion animals that happened during that fire. Now, Uncle Peter has decided to start a bit of a charity, and he sent me one of these shirts to wear on the channel to promote the charity, and I 100% will do that because this is a bloody good charity. So 30 bucks will get you one of these. You can get them in kids, women's and men's sizes up to 4XL. So that's a lot of human you can cover because, you know, this is large and it's covering my bulk, you know, my massive frame. Anyway, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to read where the proceeds are going because I think it'll come across a little bit better if I'm not trying to remember it. So $30 each plus postage. And all proceeds are to be given to Koala Ark at Barrington in New South Wales. Koala Ark is a venture being set up to ensure a koala population of between 1,000 and 1,500 koalas permanently living into the future within that area. So to buy one of these great shirts, you got two options. You can either let me know in the comments that you're keen, and honestly, whoever buys one of these shirts will get a shout out in my very next shout out video. So if you want a shout out, you want to cut the queue, you don't want to do the Sober Sunsets binge watch challenge, buy one of these shirts and you'll get a shout out in the next video, and that'll be cool. So let me know in the comments or email Peter at copycenter77@hotmail.com. So copycenter77@hotmail.com. I'll spell that out for you. I don't know how we spelled center because there's two ways. COPYCENTRE77@hotmail.com. Now, if you hit up Peter at copycenter77@hotmail.com, let me know if you want your shout out. You have to let me know. I don't care how you let me know. Facebook, comment section, email, Paranormal And Cryptid Adventures @gmail.com or Bushcraft and Camping Adventures @gmail.com. I don't care how you let me know. Let me know you bought a shirt. I'll double check with Peter that the sale all gone through and you'll get a shout out. All right. So these are the shirts. I'll come in a little close. These have been hand painted by Peter himself. He's an Indigenous elder. It says, Lewis says, save the koalas. It's quite a nice shirt too, good quality. As I say, wish it was a size smaller, but I'll just have to eat more, that's okay. Really nice shirts. A really nice design. That's the fire, that's the koala, and I guess this is the greenery, so past, present, future, right? We're going to move away from this, look back, turn towards the fire. That's in the past. So let me know, let Peter know, and support a really good cause and help make a difference, because if everyone chips in, then we can recover from what has been some of the most horrendous environmental disasters Australia's probably ever suffered. So hit up Peter again, copycenter77@hotmail.com. Let me know and you'll get your shout out. $30 plus postage, top bloke, top cause, get onto it, and thank you very much. Okay, just some interesting tree formations just 10 meters from my tent. You can see there the main support tree, and then a tree that is not here. The branch of a tree that is not here, I can't see it anywhere. And then another branch from a tree that is not here. It doesn't have any vines wrapped around it or anything. Because there's no vines wrapped around it, I believe that it's been placed. And so you can see up there, it's caught on a vine, but there's no vine wrapped around it to have broken it. It comes down and then it just sits. This is it here. It just rests on this log, and look, it's just sitting right on top there, and the whole thing's supporting itself all the way up. And then right behind it is that tree snap with nothing on the floor to have brought it down. It's unorthodox, it's weird. It's weird enough for me to think that it's actually natural. I mean, look at this tree here. It comes up out of the ground, forks in two around that trunk, and then goes all the way up here. Whoa, chucks a U-bolt, forks off, and look at that. That's something out of the Amazon, man. I'm just sitting here practicing my spear throwing, and I see a large structure. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I'm going to go in and investigate. Okay, so we got a problem here. Stop the show. We have a faulty audio cable, and what you just heard was it dying. So that's a real shame, because this is one of the cooler things I found. As you can see here on this tree, a very large tree, probably the biggest in the area. You grow all the way up and bang. What is that dense foliage there? It looked like very, very, very thick and heavy pine leaves, pine needles. A really, really significant branch, or many, many branches stacked in one specific area, but obviously I can only see up from underneath it, and I can barely get any sort of angle on it. I don't know what it is. It could be completely natural. It could be the top of the tree fell off. Simple as that. But there seems to be nothing higher than it in this forest. So that makes me think that, yeah, no, maybe not. Another angle still just makes no sense. The rest of the tree, isn't that bushy? I mean, like, it's really weird. That's the rest of the canopy of the same tree. And that's just this anomalous, super thick piece of vegetation. I just can't get an angle on it.
this seemed to be the highest tree in the area for quite a while. At least from my perspective anyway. So what could do that? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Very weird. And it kind of falls into the category of what we're about to see over here too. Alright, so we continued on because I saw this structure in the distance. As I got closer to it, I believe my exact words were, "Whoa." So I saw this from a distance. There's a lot of vines in this area, and there's a lot of things that could do something like this naturally, you know, just a... But as you'll see when we come up, they're all sticks, asterisks on top of each other. Probably shouldn't have touched it that much if I'm honest. So that pile of big sticks there with that little pile of smaller twigs was interesting, because look around the area around and there's nothing quite like that there. And I think that's what I'm pointing out here. Okay, is this natural? Let's go in. Keeping an eye out for any hair samples. There's no smell. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a whole bunch of vines, man. Look out through here. I wonder if this leads into more. This is epic. Can I get through here? It's freaking Alice in Wonderland, man. There's asterisks and there's more through here. I can't... Alright, maybe I go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Looking more natural through here. Yeah, this is more natural. This is what you'd expect it to look like. That's the back of it. Well, that's very lean-to-esque. It demonstrates the structure much better, and you can see why I believe it could be something. It could still be natural. I'm not saying it's all Yowie business. I'm just saying that there's always the chance that it could be. And the problem here would obviously be, how the hell would a Yowie move through this? Whoa. No way. Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm looking to go back, to be honest with you. But I don't know if you can see it. It looks like there's another structure up here.
Need to get in and somehow determine what's happening here. It's a stump come out of the ground, and then this tree has fallen on it and all the branches have been pushed to the left and then grown that way forevermore. It's nothing. Could it be used as something? Yeah, but it's naturally occurring. Damn, that got my bloody heart rate pumping when I seen that, man. Oh well, you know, we move on to the next. What a trippy bloody landscape this is. You want to describe it as impenetrable, but I've penetrated it. I've just managed to make it down to this lower level of the lake. Not lake, creek. Lake, creek, lake. Same. Look at how the water built up there. That's very nice, isn't it? Very cool to see this exposed rock like this. Normally it'd be covered in stuff, but because of the water that passed through, it's not. Wow. There's possibly a cave underneath here, you know. There is no way in hell I can get down there without a rope. Nope, not going to happen. So what I can try to do is extend the camera tripod all the way out and try and get a shot down over the ledge. Did y'all get anything? Alright, well that was interesting. So what do we have? We have some kind of weird, I don't want to call it nest, but something. We have some kind of weird... What's that smell? I think I just killed a stink bug. Anyway, so we've got that. What is that smell? Is it me? It's not me. I don't know what the hell's going on. Anyway, so we've got that unusual nest slash thicket of foliage slash, I don't know, is it a branch that's fallen from the top and hung down? But I don't understand why there's so much foliage on that particular branch. The rest of the tree has, you know, 1/5 of the amount of foliage as that. There's so many needles on it, I just can't get any angle on it. This is where we need a drone. A drone will resolve this in a second. Top down view, done. And then we walked on further and we saw spectacular vinery. Is that the word? Vinery? I just made it a word. And what could easily be shelters. I'm not saying they are. They could also, what could easily be a nothing natural structure. Let's keep it Balencio. But it's good. Looks like I've chosen an interesting spot anyway, because when I first got here I didn't think I had much signs of yowie activity, but all down that way, again, closer to the bigger part of the creek, near that waterfall kind of thing. So this is good. Don't forget, tonight we've got a little clapstick concert for Yowie. I hope he comes and attends and has a bit of a get down. We can dance. Imagine that. Imagine if Yowie came and he danced with me. We were like busting moves. Well, it's pushing 6 o'clock. You know what I've eaten all day? Half a mango and a handful of chocolate raspberry hazelnuts, which are delicious, by the way. Give them a crack at your next nearest convenience. So you know what, I'm going to make a prediction. I think the next time I see you, I'm either going to have my second fire going, or I'm going to be well into that and be cooking and possibly have eaten even. One thing my dad always tells me is, you don't always have to show yourself eating. And I said, well, that's the highlight of any trip. Yeah, but I couldn't give a crap what you ate for dinner, mate. Fair point. Alright. 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 Mosquitoes! Okay, so the fire's been going, it's now all cooking, and I am feeling very hungry. Now what is that, I hear you ask? That is creamy cauliflower. So cauliflower cream, a little bit of cheese and a little bit of onion baked in the oven. It is and it's happening. It's happening right now. Well, it's kind of turned into a cauliflower soup. There's not really many cauliflower florets. Oh look, and then I pull one out. Oh my God. That has no right to be that good. It's like all the flavors are enhanced. Maybe just being out in the bush makes things taste better. Because that shouldn't have been affected by the campfire, but here we are. So good it hurts. Alright. I gotta shut this thing down and just enjoy this moment. Alright, well, dusk is falling now. And it's been a relaxing couple of hours of just sitting by the fire, listening to some podcasts, having some food. I'm now awaiting the night to fall. There hasn't been much happening, really. I mean, apart from the walk to look at those sites before, it's been a pretty relaxed kind of afternoon, really. So I've got the trail cam set up. I've got the audio recorder set up. The trail cam is active. It's just up a trail. It's just for, you never know, might get something on it. It's like for no real, I don't expect anything to happen on it is what I'm trying to say. I just set it up because I have it. The audio recorder is facing down towards all those structures that I filmed, all the the vines and the stuff in the tree, you know, all that stuff. Call it what you will. I still don't know how a tree could lose its... Still don't get it. So it's really nice to be able to have a campfire going. Haven't had a completely guilt-free campfire at night, during the day, etc. for months. So this is cool. But yeah, YOWIE! If you want to come out, mate, I'm more than happy to say hello. With all due respect. Got the night vision camera for tonight as well. If I should hear something, I got that ready to go. So I've got all the tech out. So trail cam deployed. Audio recorder deployed. Night vision camera ready and charged. Dual cameras ready to go. Mobile phone fully charged. And clap sticks ready to clap. It's a beautiful day. Just if only the mosquitoes would go away. I don't really want them to stay anymore anyway. Yay. Okay? Alright, so now the night's fallen, it's a matter of wait and see. Mosquitoes are still absolutely doing my head in. Absolutely doing my head in. I've chopped wood. Good wood too. Solid wood. Lots of burn time here. So, yep, everything's coming along nicely now. It's just a matter of waiting for some action. That's all it is. I won't be starting the music experiment until night fully falls. So tonight it's more about the theme of the experiments is building a curiosity. So the music is designed to build a curiosity. I don't want to invoke much more than just building a curiosity. Take baby steps myself, you know. So yeah. Tell you what, I might be heading into the tent earlier than I would normally, just to get the heck away from these mosquitoes. Yowie's lucky bastards have got the fur, man. Nothing's getting through that. So as we say, time to play the waiting game. Oh, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
What are you doing, buddy? Yeah, I've got nothing for you. No, don't get too close. Go away. Wow, you're very f***ing tame, ain't you? You're not even scared of my stick. Yeah, well, the night's progressing on. It's just very peaceful and quiet, if I'm to be honest. Haven't heard anything. We had the possum visit, and I think it's going to be one of those Yowie trips where I get the gilts for nothing major happening. Although, you know what? The structures were still pretty cool. Whether real or not, they were a bit of an adventure. I love how the smoke's just billowing around me. Very cool. I think my mosquito count has gone to about 80 now. It's a genocide here, mate. It's a genocide. As I say, because this is a curiosity stirrer, I'm not actively going out and seeking things to do. It's more of a sit back, do my thing, and let curiosity build. So hence no venturing out tonight. It makes it more laid back, but it also makes it more kind of boring just sitting here. But I'm still not complaining. Okay, well, it's about midnight and nothing at all has gone down tonight so far. So the marathon innings looks like it's going to have to come into play on this one. No sprint tonight. So the voice recorder's still out there, the trail cam's still out there. Maybe that's why there's nothing. I did say I wasn't going to use the trail cam tonight and then change my mind, so maybe I'll live to regret it. But I'm in the tent now and I'm ready to go to sleep. If I hear anything, I'll let you know. Otherwise, let's see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. And it's about 6:30, and I had a very nice sleep, if I'm honest with you. Lots of footsteps in the night, but very positive it was possums. No Yowies walking around so fleet-footedly. So that our possum buddy was very active throughout the night. It's about 6:30 and I want to get up, but bloody mosquitoes, I'm not in the mood to go out there and face them. But I have to, because food calls. I hear it calling my name. So who am I to let food down? You know, I'm no one to let food down. You know, I can't do that, so I have to go out and I have to eat the food. So let's go eat the food and stretch our legs and, you know, all the other morning stuff that you tend to do. So to go along with the theory that there was a lot of possums walking around through the night and nothing more, possum tried to break into my garbage bag. So I'm fairly confident all the footsteps I heard were just possums. So disappointing, man. What do I got to do to get the big man come and say hello, huh? I mean, there was some tree breaks. I mean, there was some branch snaps, and that's nothing though. Can't sit here and say I'm in the forest and I heard something go snap, and that's proof of Yowies. Sadly, I can't really go with that one. Alright, so, 6:30 and 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 6:30
I need to eat. I must eat. Let's get the fire so I can eat. If anyone wants to join me for breakfast, I've got some lovely burnt halloumi and some lovely burnt veggie patty. If burnt food is your thing, I got you covered. Look at them for eggs, huh? Yowie, you're missing out, man. I cooked. You got to do the dishes. Very tasty, very delicious. Well, with breakfast eaten, I've had a quick lap around the place and everything is as it should be. And so I think that's it, guys. There's no point dragging you along with this much longer. I don't think Yowie's going to come out and make a morning revelation, so the first Yowie campout of Paranormal and Cryptid Adventures is done. Couple of interesting structures, and that's about it. Noises that you could say a tree, noises that you could say a branch snaps or you know, tree knocks, definitely through the night, but nothing that really convinced me anything at all. If I'm just being honest, I didn't even feel like pulling out the camera at the time. It was not worth it. But I had the audio recorder running, so anything of significance will be picked up by that, hopefully. And so, I think that's it. Survived the mosquitoes. They're still getting me. I finally actually got an actual bite. I managed to stop myself getting bitten all night, somehow. I've got one bite on my arm now. So I guess the mosquitoes win, in a weird way. So now all I've got to do is pack this stuff up and get out of here. So thanks for coming along with me. Let's hope we have some Yowie campouts that are a little bit more, how can you say, action-packed. I expected a little bit more from this location, given that this is where I've heard a lot of the calls come from. And I heard nothing today, which suggests one of three things. One, they're not here at all. Two, they're not here right now, and that they're here at a certain time of year. Or that the mosquitoes ate the Yowies and that we're next. Death by mosquito. Let's hope something happens next time. I can't force these things. That's the problem of being an honest channel. You're going to have boring campouts and probably more boring campouts than exciting ones. But I guess these could be little series in and of themselves. Yowie campouts. So yeah, Yowie Campout 1 on Paranormal and Cryptid Adventures is finito. Next time we head out, we might be going to a completely different location. We might be heading back to Base Camp Bobby, set up the gifting tree again and rethink that, because that needs a little bit of a tweak, because either something knocked it out or it fell, and either way we need to try and address that situation. Lots of good stuff coming up. Very soon I'll be heading out for the first of the paranormal videos, and so they'll start coming to you. They'll be either given to you in a binge, or they will be just slowly leaked out across the... I'm thinking now maybe slowly leak them out as I do them. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to this channel, and of course subscribe to Bushcraft and Camping Adventures as well. Of course, copy center 77 at hotmail.com, $30. Save the koala t-shirts. All proceeds go to Koala Ark in Barrington, New South Wales. Very good cause. Even though the shirt was a bit big for me, I've worn it all trip because it's a good cause. So get out there and support it. Again, let me know if you buy a t-shirt. Let me know so I can give you a shout out. And that's about that. Hope you have a good day, and I will speak to you guys next time. See yous later. Bye bye.